Imagine you're lying there in bed, you wake up and you're like, oh, cool. Oh, wait, why can't I move?
I was 45 or 50 minutes on my own in a bloody room. No contract, about like 20 hours a week as a fitness instructor for £1 an hour. Then went back to Poland and we got a call from my friend from university. I trusted him. So we could buy a butter and a bread.
Welcome to the PerformWell podcast, the podcast for you if you're looking for performance and wellness strategies from top experts in the field, such as myself and Dan King. Please do like, subscribe, and follow us if you're on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, YouTube, or any other platform, because it really does help us get the message out and also help more people like yourself. Welcome back to another episode of the PerformWell podcast, the best podcast on the internet at the moment. And forever.
Forever, always.
Always.
Forever, always.
Marcin. Hello. How are we doing? By the way, for those that don't know who Marcin is, we've known Marcin for a while now. We're all PTs, always PT'd at Pure Gym together. And it is like this man, what this man has been through over the last, 2-3 years, I'd say?
I would say 4
years.
4 years has been
2021, 4 years.
like you need to see this. You need to see what this man's been through.
See this, listen to this, save it. Give it to your mum, dad.
Exactly. He's not just PT.
Yeah.
He's a dad.
Mm-hmm.
All right. There's things that have happened. You've got to watch this. This is deep.
So I think we'll just kind of dive into conversation. So
Let's do it.
Marcin, your origin is Polish.
Yes.
From Poland.
As far as I'm aware.
As far as you know, it might have changed. But like, what was kind of the main move for you to start with to come to the UK and then obviously go into PT as you did?
Okay. So when I was at my final year at uni, it was a 5th year, and I went for a run. It was a 10K run. We had nice path next to a student house, and we didn't have a music. So I was just running and thinking about the future. And all of a sudden, and this is true, it's not for a podcast, I'm running and I'm just thinking what I'm going to do. And I imagine myself being a PT in UK and teaching or training athletes in English. And wow, this is fun. It went like loads of thinking, imagination when I was running. But the first thing I did after uni, I went to Italy for 8 months, then went back to Poland, and we got a call from my friend from university if we wanted to get to UK. I asked Dorota and we said, yeah, let's go. It was like constant decision, more like, yeah. And we always liked traveling, me and Dorota. So we said, it's another adventure. Let's go.
I think it's such a nice little story to come to the UK as well. And the fact that you went straight from there to Italy. How long have you been in the UK now?
Since 2008.
Christ, so I was 9 years old.
That was 14th of January, I think. We got.
How easy was it getting here? Is it just a case of because we're part of the EU, you just get a visa and you're in?
No, I think I never thought of going away from Poland.
Yeah.
But we loved traveling, and I think this call from the guy, let's come to England. I'm like, okay. We just adventure, just to see other countries, see how it is. And what we never planned, we're going to stay for a year or two and come back. It's just let's see what happens.
No, you stuck it.
Yeah.
And we're here.
You're not going anywhere else.
So when did you start as a PT? Was it when you came to the UK?
The very first time was last year at my uni.
Yeah.
It was no contract.
Yeah.
About like 20 hours a week as a fitness instructor for £1 an hour.
£1?
I remember.
No.
Even in zlotys, in like our currency, it's low. It was just.
What do you mean? But this is London, right?
That was in Poland.
Oh.
No, that was in Poland.
That was the equivalent in Poland. So hold on, what were you doing for £1 an hour?
I was just around talking to people and helping them with the programs. Easy job.
So like stuff that you would do here in the UK?
As a student, as a student, it was good fun and a good experience as well.
What did £1 get you like in Poland at the time? Like, could you buy like a Freddo with that? 10 Freddos?
The equivalent of a Freddo.
So, when I worked in Decathlon, I remember our manager, he was an English guy, funny guy, and his girlfriend was going for a holiday to Poland. He gave her £1. Get yourself a house there and keep the rest.
Really?
Change, yeah. No, but £1 would be like 5 zloty. At the moment, you could buy a butter and a bread.
Yeah.
That's actually not bad if you think about it, considering what...
At that time was probably a bit better, but this is something like...
I can't do the conversion between Poland and the UK at the time.
Bear in mind,
I'm pretty sure
now...
you couldn't buy a butter and bread for £1 here.
No.
In 2008.
Definitely not. No, definitely not.
So,
No. I calculated in Polish. Yeah, the conversion is rubbish. No, I wouldn't be able to. No, in Polish, Poland, I would buy bread and butter.
You got sold the dream of become a PT and you'll be rich in 3 years, living your own life on your terms.
Like everyone is.
The fitness industry is brutal as a PT. I mean, I've said this a lot.
It's the least, I will put it out there, it's one of the least forgiving jobs on the planet. It is rough, and it can be really, really rough for you, because I think as a industry, we are starting to grow. We're a multi-trillion industry now, but the problem is all that money is up at the top.
It's not us.
We're not multi-trillionaires.
It's the same in most industries. Yeah. Like, and when you're self-employed, the unforgiving angle is that you are responsible for getting clients in. Like, you start because you want to get people fit. Like, you realize the benefit that it had on you, and you're thinking, well, maybe I should do this as a job. Maybe I can help people do it as well. But then you realize that, oh wait, I need to get people first, and then you have to start learning marketing and sales, and you spend most of your time doing that and not doing the thing that you love to begin with.
Oh, definitely. When I got my first job in London in FitSpace, I was the only one PT in the whole club. At the moment, I would be just bloody flying there. That time, I didn't know. Like, okay, I sat in my small office waiting for people. Man, I didn't know how to do it. I thought that people gonna come. A year later, I got an option to work in fitness fairs. It was 15 PTs. I'm like, oh shit. And the rent was £900 a month in 2012. But then I learned marketing, not maybe marketing, but how it works. They all talk to people. They do this, they do that. And it was tough, but you learn how it works. So like, at the moment, being on my own in a gym would be amazing because when you've got members, but yeah, that time I could have done better in my first year.
And it is so competitive as well. If we think like when we were all at Pure Gym together, because me and Marcin are now at Unit together, you're still at Pure at the minute. Yeah. There was a time when we were all in there was 18 personal trainers in that gym. Do you remember that? 18 to 20? Yeah. And it was busy.
I remember it went to 20 at some point.
20.
That's the most out of any gym that I've worked in Southampton that I've ever had.
I think we spoke to each other at that time. We were like, this is too many. It is far too saturated. And they kept bumping up the rental cost, didn't they? As well, so it cost us more.
The reason why it was saturated though is because that gym generally is one of the better gyms to get clients at.
Oh yeah, agreed.
Like genuinely, like how many gyms have you worked at in Southampton?
The gym?
Just those two?
Yeah, the gym, Pure Gym. I went for a month when
you know what?
The gym in not Bittern. There's a new gym opening at some point.
JD?
No, the gym. There was the gym.
Oh, yeah, in Shirley.
No, Shirley, the third location. It was
Portswood.
No.
Yeah. I mean, that is the third one. The first one. No. Shirley.
No, you go like Bitter. No. It's still that. We're getting confused.
But you know how bad it was.
Antelope Park.
Yeah, that's
Antelope Park.
I can't remember where it is.
Is it Bitter?
Sholing? I don't know. But you know how bad it was. Yeah, you know how bad it was getting clients. Any other gym?
Oh yeah.
Pure Gym's obviously doing really well.
Yeah, much better.
Even the gym had about 8 people, and that felt saturated. That felt like you can get one client every 3 months if you're lucky.
I think they still got 8 PTs there.
Probably.
Yeah.
It's a highly saturated job, and the problem is, like, it is, to be brutally honest, really fucking easy to get a PT qualification. It's not a hard course to do. Yeah. It's so simple, and like
some places you do online course. Yeah. That's it.
Well, you know who, I don't know if you had the same person to look up to at the time, but back when I became a PT back in 2012, I think it was, Ben Kumar was one of the guys that I was looking up to. Paul Mort, he's been around for ages.
I remember Paul Mort. I remember
Phil Lerney.
Yeah.
Yeah, we've obviously had Ben on the podcast. We've had Phil Lerney on the podcast.
We just need Paul now.
It's great. I know.
Phil Lerney, of course.
Yeah.
I loved his. Yeah, I've done part of his course.
But we're now where they were when they became PTs.
Yeah.
So we're now at their level in terms of like our age and experience and where we are to where they were. So that's crazy. That means PTs now coming into the industry could be looking up to us.
It's crazy, isn't it, when you think about it that way? And it's lovely as well if you do have PTs who look up. There's a girl who I spoke to when she first became a PT called Poppy Newman. Hello, Poppy, if you watch the podcast. And there was a little bit of chat I had with her regarding personal training because she's just wanted to set up. She's now got her own studio space, and she's starting to like post content. And you know when PTs have got content, confidence because they'll start posting content out. It's good flow. I want to kind of put a little bit of a controversial question out there. Do you think it's easier to grow. Now, I know there's 3 males sat on the sofa. Do you think it's easier to grow as a male PT or a female PT?
I'll let you answer first, Marcin.
What do you think? Controversial.
You're the guest, my man.
To grow
your business.
I would like to say men, but I think the female PT. Because I think for a long time there were no female PTs. It was just males. So I think if they get into the market, maybe there is a need, the niche. They find the niche. I don't know.
Yeah. No, I mean, from experience, you can count it on your fingers, like how many women that have come to the gym as a PT and instantly kicked off.
Yeah.
And how many men that have done the same. And it's always seems to be the female that does better.
Did we have any in that gym?
Yeah, no.
Kerry.
Yeah, but Kerry's a different beast. She's
So
she's incredible.
It was 1, maybe 2.
Yeah,
Your gym the same.
Your gym did get to a stage with 5 ladies, and I think it started to get saturated with them. I think it got harder. So I think it is just a case of there's less female PTs. Like some people want a female PT, and some people want a male. Yeah. Like it's just the way they are, and that's not gender specific either.
No.
Like, there's men and women that want a man, and etc. There's some creepy guys that want a female PT as well, from what I've heard.
Yeah, well, I think the thing is, I hate to
thing.
sit on that fence, but I think it's equally as hard for both nowadays as well. I think it's just a challenge just to...
In terms of how hard it is, I guess, it's the same.
It's difficult. Yeah. It's like you've got to kind of put the time in regardless of gender nowadays. And you can be as niche as you want with things. And there was a little time when they were saying you really have to niche down, but that doesn't really work in the PT market. Yeah. You take what you get, and you just kind of, if someone comes in saying I want to lose weight, you take them regardless of occupation, gender, age, whatever. You just take them and you learn on the job.
What about on social media though? Because like females that are in good shape, they're in the fitness industry wearing nice gym clothes, they can post photos about them. They can get hundreds of thousands of likes instantly.
Oh yeah, following wise.
Yeah, so women on
this perspective, I guess it's easier for them.
Yeah. And then if they smart about it and they do it the right way, then obviously they can get a lot of clients from doing that.
I like to say it this way, that women tend to support women much better than men support men. 100%. Like, we'll support each other, but like...
that's a good point.
The community that you see with women on social media, a lady and a man can start an Instagram account at the same time, and I can guarantee that the female's account will blow up quicker than the male's, because as soon as you start to get that little click of women in it, they will all support and share and comment, and they're more likely to do it. Just from what I've seen, personal experience, if someone wants to throw a study out there, they can, but I find it fascinating from that side. But we've all been through the grind, and I think it's good if we talk about the grind as a PT a little bit. Marcin, what did you find since growing, obviously, your own PT business and, your family? What has been the hardest part along that journey?
The hardest part is definitely to get leads and get clients. Because I think once you get them, and when you got the good, I'd say, customer service or service in general, then it's easier to maintain it. But to get the new clients, the marketing, just, I think, building your business, because they never teach us this.
No.
You do qualifications or course, you get anatomy, nutrition, this and that, but they never mention a business. And saying that, when I started in fitness first, after a few weeks, they put me on a course, business course. It was 3 days course. And the guy said on the first minute, 50%, I guarantee you that 50% of you won't be working in fitness industry in 3 months' time. I might find you in supermarkets. I'm thinking, that's not gonna be me. I'm just gonna do everything just to survive.
But the average lifespan of a PT, they say, is 2 years. 2 years?
Isn't it like 70% of PTs quit after their first 6 months?
It's something ridiculous. I've got people in my course. You did sports science. Yeah. So I've got people in my course in uni that I think maybe 5 of us out of 60 became PTs.
5 out of 60.
Yeah, something stupid like that.
So this guy's also right then. Yeah. 50% of you won't be in the fitness industry. He said 3 months, I think.
Yeah.
That's crazy, isn't it?
It's dog eat dog. And the people, like, we've learned this over time, that to do well in the fitness industry, you just have to outlast people. Yeah. And you keep just basically taking those leads that come up from people who quit, and then you become better because you get to work with better leads.
So sort of you're surviving.
It's surviving.
It's the same as self-employed roles in pretty much any industry. Yeah. It's just, this is obviously based on what we've experienced in this industry. But self-employed in general is just like that.
It's rough. Yeah, and there will be a lot of people, self-employed people who watch the podcast as well, and they'll be sitting there probably being like, yeah, dude, we know how you feel. Yeah. It sucks. It's difficult. You just got to keep going.
And people think like, oh, the job is so easy. You're just counting reps, smiling and chatting with your clients. But what's behind the scenes is just...
Do you know what's hard though? It's the seasons. It's the seasons of getting clients and losing clients, getting clients and losing clients. Like the anxiety of seeing like all of your clients, just, well, not all of your clients, but like 30% of your money just disappearing in one day.
Yeah.
Like suddenly the day before they're supposed to pay, 30% of your clients just say, oh, I'm not going to do next month.
And they cancel the direct.
It cancels you don't get paid, and then your anxiety shoots through the roof. You might even be like in summer ready to go on a holiday, and now you're like, oh, now I've got to think about my money income and stuff.
Well, I think the thing is as well,
Crazy.
it's so interesting because I think one of the biggest fallacies that we have in the industry is people see us as some of the most motivational people as possible. Do you know how hard it is to wear a smile on your face after doing a 13 to 14 hour day? It's so hard to come home and so hard to see that last... I am genuine. Like, we come in late and train people. You are just running on adrenaline at that point in time.
Oh, yeah.
Like, that is the last point in the day. And if I've got anything left to give, my clients in the evening know that it's pretty much just going to be pure adrenaline from then on. And I'm doing the best I possibly can to get through those sessions. But people don't see that. People see us serving our clients. They see the amazing transformations.
They still see your smile.
They still see your smile, yeah.
Well, if you do smile, that's the question, isn't it? It's like...
You do smile,
But yeah, I mean, the topic of anxiety is something obviously that we talked about before going on this podcast because, you know, as we framed it at the beginning of this podcast, Marcin's gone through some you know, issues himself, like we all have to some degree, but I think you had a particularly quite extreme version of that potentially. Now, I wasn't really sure from an outside perspective. You were in the unit at that time. All I could see from the outside was you disappeared from social media. You disappeared from the space, and I've seen you. I know what you're like. Like you're chirpy most of the time. You're on it. And what happened?
Okay, so I think very first time everyone got some sort of anxiety, but when I realized the symptoms, when I was 32, I had my first like anxiety lasting for a longer period of time. And I always thought that symptoms of anxiety is just knot of stomach, inner stomach, and you just feel like tense, but it can be loads of other symptoms. I've seen in other people as well. And it was 32 years old. I don't know what was the reason. I just got anxiety. The worst symptom, I didn't realize it was related to anxiety that time. When you walk, you feel like being on boat, just a bit like, it's not a dizziness because dizziness is in the head, but when you're walking, it's just weird. And I'm like, don't know what's that. So I was just going through it for, I think, a year or over a year. And then it disappeared. So I was, okay, it's gone. And then a few years later, I had a bit of pain in my back. So I want to go to the physiotherapist and he's going to treat me. And the guy said, okay, let's do acupuncture. So I said, okay, let's do it. And he checked me and, I've got fatty liver. I'm like, okay. I trusted him. So we need 10 sessions of acupuncture. Okay, let's do it then. I used to have acupuncture, it was okay. But this was like very strong. And like 30 minutes being like on a table with the needles in your forearms next to the liver, you cannot breathe. It was very stressful. Every single time I was coming there, it was more stressful. On a 10th visit, it was just around the holiday time. I'm just going to come here. Last time, go on holiday. He forgot about me. I was 45 or 50 minutes on my own in a bloody room. And
with acupuncture needle stuck inside.
Man, you cannot even... So, okay, your forearm is getting numb. You cannot change because you need this blood circulation because it's a needle there. So what do? I cannot move it. And the worst was like breathing because I wanted to relax, but you cannot breathe like... Because the needle is here. Yeah. It's just hurting your liver. So you go like... For like...
So you're just hyperventilating then?
I think so.
Ridiculous.
40 minutes later, I got this heat wave, man, coming from my toes to my head. I'm like, what the hell is that? My heart.
Yeah.
And I didn't realize I think it was a panic attack. I don't know. But it went. And he comes saying, because my receptionist told me that it's Marcin in a room, whatever number it was, because he had like 5 or 6 patients at the same time. And I said to him, I was here. And this happened. And he goes, oh, you let it go. I'm like, what did I let it go? I don't know. Next day, I'm in a car and I'm having a panic attack in a car, waiting on the traffic lights. So it happened a few times. I'm like, what's going on? I cannot drive now. And I driven to Poland from UK to Poland for like 24 hours. It was fine. And all of a sudden, so what I realized when I'm on a traffic light, when I'm not moving in a car, you strap with your seatbelts. And I think it's really related to being stuck in a table with needles. You cannot move. And the brain is speaking, oh, if something happens, I cannot escape. And I think it was related to, that was my first one. Then I did a treatment, CBT therapy. After a few months, got better. Then 1 year was okay. And then the worst one came. And we were in a unit that time. I leaned against this.
I remember that
thing.
Yeah.
It moved. And I got confused. Is it me or this
Is it
thing?
you or the thing? Yeah.
And spin ahead for 30 minutes. Next day was okay. But I started analyzing. Like, what if this happens again? What if I cannot work? What if I cannot earn money, pay bills, provide for a family? And then it started. It was straight away, like it was June, I think 2023. And straight away, anxiety, being like on boat. I was not sleeping, like over the night, just waking up, thinking, worrying, and like shivering of the body. It's crazy. Then you're tired, you fall asleep at 4 a.m., but 7 a.m. have to wake up, go for a client, come back home, sleep. And then you just, it's been for like very bad for 6 to 8 months. It was just not nice feeling. But this happened after a few stressful situations in my life because we were moving house. It's a stressful situation. We were organizing the Holy Communion for my daughter. And I think the worst one was I paid for an advertisement for one company to advertise my business in General Hospital. I thought, amazing business.
Yeah, I remember you telling me that, actually.
Bloody didn't work at all. I didn't have any single call for a year. So then I wanted, after a year, I said, okay, I'm going to pay until the contract finished. I messaged the guy, no reply. I said, I want to make sure, it was 4 months before the contract was ending. I don't want to carry on because it's not working. No reply. 3 messages, no reply. And I got an invoice for another year because it was in a like small font. If you don't cancel your like services with us, you have to carry on for another year. And they didn't listen to me that there was no one replying. I argued with them for 2 months. And you know, when you have to pay for something you don't want to because it's not working, stress. And in June I had this situation and then it started. Good thing is after a year I got the money back from them. I don't know, they had to look into my conversations with them but this particular days were just terrible. They just taking your money for nothing.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
What? Okay. I'm guessing you've had some time to think about what may have caused the anxiety initially. Was it to do with that stressful period of your life?
I think it's like everything builds up. And since you start as a PT, you always worry about money, about, 1 month is good, the other one, you're not sure what's going to be like. And so this is I think it's a big part. If you got, so I would say unstable business because you don't know. If you really, we call it hope marketing. You're in a gym hoping that they're going to come to you, you're going to have a clients. If you don't have a structure, it's just train people. Like you said, you train anyone. So I think this one thing, and then you got everything in life. It's all adds up. And I remember for one course, you got a cup of water or cup of stress. It's building, and then it just, and then when your nervous system cannot cope. And I think, but the brain gives you signs before that. And my first sign was in fitness first. I was bleeding from my nose because I was working crazy hours back in London for 3 days in a row. I'm just doing some programs and the blood from my nose. I'm like, this is not good. And then I read it's stress related. And then I'm, okay, I need to step back a little bit. But then you get better and you carry on.
And everyone's symptoms are different. Like everyone's stress symptoms are different. And it's crazy when you have conversations with people who go through like really stressful times. I think I told you about my really stressful time. It was when I had, what did I have? I had my nan pass away. No, hold on. I split up with my ex-girlfriend for like 4.5 years. Had that dink of the car outside our gym. Do you remember that? Yeah, that was great. That was £500 out of pocket, which I didn't have. And then my nan passed away all in the space. You remember this, like in 2 weeks. And I was just like,
it's all these things, or it's not only one thing.
Yeah.
One thing happens, it's another.
Snowball. And it just builds over time. I think I just became borderline psychotic at the end of it. I was like laughing as I was cycling in. I was like, I can't get any better. It cannot get worse.
Sometimes the best cure for anxiety is just going, fuck it.
Yeah.
Let go.
Yeah.
It is what it is. It's over.
It's tough.
That's the lockdown thing, isn't it? Because anxiety was I don't even know the stats for it, but the lockdown anxiety was massively on the way.
Well, suicide rates also doubled during lockdown, and there were kids at university who were locked down in their university halls. I think there was a kid in Loughborough that went. No. He was on the news because he committed suicide. He just couldn't deal with the fact that he was sat there with his own thoughts. And I think that's one thing that people do face. Yeah. When it comes to anxiety, I do think you can build up a bit of resilience to it if you learn to sit with your own thoughts a bit. Sit with that inner dialogue a little bit, rather than just kind of keep brushing it off. But people don't want to do that.
Well, I mean, so like another way of doing that is journaling as well. Yeah. Like journaling is another way of doing that. There's different ways. But like this is why I do journaling in the evening, like before I go to bed, because it helps clear my head of all the things that are like circling around, rather than having this chaotic, because I've got pretty much fucking borderline ADHD. Like fucking like that all the time. It helps to like bring all of that into a piece of paper and see patterns over time. Gets rid of that.
I started going more for jogging when I couldn't sleep, because I was thinking if I go for a jog at 8 p.m. I might just get tired, and it helped. But I don't know if it helped because I got tired, but maybe like you said, maybe you just don't think about it, you just run.
But if you think about...
I did that 30-day caffeine challenge, remove caffeine from my diet. You know why I stopped it?
Why?
Because anxiety.
Really?
Yeah. So there's a link between caffeine usage, to like excessive caffeine usage, and anxiety as well. It has very similar effects in the body, like your heart is pounding, cold sweat feeling.
Yeah, and when you got heart pounding, your body thinks something is happening, and then you get anxious.
Yeah.
And when I had the third, after this, the dizziness, I was so stressed and anxious, I stopped drinking coffee for 1 full year. Yeah. But it's not like I need to stop. No, the body just refused having coffee. I didn't have a need of having a coffee. It's amazing. Like,
I think the caffeine intake, I'm not like, I never say you should stop taking caffeine. Like, I think like finding your level with it will help. There's so many benefits to lowering caffeine consumption that no one talks about. Better sleep for sure. Like if you don't have caffeine for 30 days and your sleep's not improved, there's something wrong with you. I fucking promise you it helps.
Definitely. But you know how many coffees I had before?
What?
Man, because when I went to Italy, I learned to drink coffee. I think it was about, on my peak, was 12 double espressos a day.
Double espressos, like that's what they put in a flat white, right? Double espresso, and then on top of that,
but it was just espressos. But it's like I didn't need it. I was just sipping. I was working on the programs, sipping coffee, and I think over years is also
how many milligrams of caffeine is a double espresso?
It's 70 milligrams it's less than that
in an espresso is 70 milligrams.
So 140.
Depends.
So you had 140 milligrams for each double.
You're about 106. You're 1.6 grams of caffeine in a day.
1.6.
I was
1.6 grams.
We used to use this Bialetti thing. It's not. It's espresso, but it's a strong one. I was making a strong coffee. I was actually just.
I remember your cortados you used to make that.
You were little cortado.
Yes. Now it's little cortado, but people were afraid of having my coffee in Pure Gym.
Marcin turned it down.
Yeah, I know.
And she's
like,
Marcella turned it down.
Yeah. People didn't want to drink my coffee.
I had it once.
You had it, yeah.
I gave it on a shift once.
And then, people had it once. And then they just, I don't want anymore.
But there's a link, is what I'm trying to say. There was a link between overconsumption of caffeine and anxiety. If you are drinking a lot of caffeine, like not that level, that's too much. But even if you're drinking more than like even 3 cups a day and you're anxious, like, and you can't understand why you're anxious, maybe cut it back.
Especially when you got anxiety, you don't need it.
It massively helped me. Yeah. I mean, like, everyone gets anxious for different reasons. Like, I can stand on a stage in front of 60 people and not be anxious at all, but if I'm late by 5 minutes, I'm fucking crying inside. Yeah. And it just makes me shake because of the military, like, taught me to be so like time all the time.
Oh yeah.
Like you create. Oh fuck! I got cramp. Damn, my salts are low. So what I'm saying is that like you can be anxious from anything. Little micro traumas.
And like everyone got different things to be worried about. So let's say for you, lateness will be the big one. Yeah. For some people, it's nothing. So
I spoke to you about this week, didn't I? Because we were talking about a little bit of like minor PTSD trauma, and everyone's got a little bit from somewhere down the line. It's always cropped up, and I've said about this time of year for me, like Halloween is normally where my PTSD crops up. I've told you about this. This is the haunted house one. This is a sleep thing where I just see shit. But for anyone who doesn't know about it, I won't go into too much detail. Essentially, when I was 8 years old, went to an American haunted house. It was fucking scary. I came out pasty white. Like, literally the colour of these. I came out that colour. My mum lost it with the guy that took me in there, basically, with his kid. And then from that point in time, I slept, even as a child, I slept for 3 hours, like for 2 weeks, as a child who was going to school. And then from there, I just built up PTSD around this time of year.
That's crazy.
It's psychological, yeah. Like we were watching the Celebrity Traitors, and I don't know if you guys have kept up with it at all, but there's like a scene in it, and then I remembered, I sat down and went, this makes sense. So my problem's with a thing called a banshee. Do you know what a banshee is? Banshee is a ghost, but it's a female ghost that screams. They don't have eyes and they don't have a mouth.
Yeah.
But they're just holes. And I've got a problem
was like,
but I have this fear of banshees. But I will picture when I'm trying to sleep, if I'm stressed, I have that cognitive power that generates a really quick image in my head. So if I quickly open my eyes, it strikes me there. And I'm just like, what is going on? But again, linked to anxiety. Like my heart rate jacks up, and I look at my watch. There's been a time when you can tell if I'm having that kind of like weird element. My watch will show it as my heart rate peaks in the night, which I find really interesting.
Oh, it is. Yeah. It's like,
Have you ever had sleep paralysis?
I haven't, no.
Have you ever had sleep paralysis?
No.
Oh my God. Imagine you're lying there in bed, you wake up and you're like, oh, cool. Oh wait, why can't I move? And it's like, what the fuck? And then you look down and you see this figure just creeping over to you. Like, what the fuck is that?
Man, I've had a client.
Yeah. And it sits on your chest and then you're like, and then it bites, it claws into you. And I felt my leg being bitten into. And I watched Lord of the Rings at the time. This is when Lord of the Rings came out. So this creature was Gollum. And he fucking bit my leg. And as soon as I started moving again, I could feel the pain in my leg. It was
I had a client in the gym just before I left to Pure Gym. She was telling me that every other night she had the same thing. She's awake. She feels something sitting on her chest and she couldn't move.
The problem is...
And she was really scared about this, man.
She still have them?
I think after weeks it just disappeared.
The problem with sleep paralysis, maybe like some other stuff too, just like anxiety, once you have it and your mind is worried about it happening again, it happens again.
It's always like that because you sort of think about it.
When you hear about it, guys, and you listen to this podcast, you're going to have it tonight.
We have just cursed everyone.
You're going to have it tonight.
If we have the ability to do that, my words, we've done well there.
But it's the same as what we were talking about with anxiety as well. Like I think when you get into that cycle, you're stuck in the cycle, and I don't know, how did you get out of it? Like, what would you say fixed it? Was it like getting back on top of your diet, nutrition, exercise? Was there something that?
So the third one is the worst one. So I'm gonna always relate to the last one. For 6 months, I exercised 30 minutes a week, a maximum, because when you do exercises, you're getting tired. When you're getting tired, you might be out of balance a little bit. I was scared of being out of balance anymore. So I even stopped drinking any drink because if I get drunk, I'll be out of balance. So I think this is my PTSD now, like being out of balance. So, but exercises, yes. Once I started doing some exercises and I realized, oh, I did this heavy exercise and I'm actually feeling okay. So you're building this courage again. But I think therapy was the biggest one.
What did you, can we dive into therapy a little bit? Because I think a lot of people may have had it. I've never had it before, but I've heard little bits about it. What kind of stuff did you do in therapy? Because you did hypnotherapy, didn't you?
Yes. CBT was the first one. Yeah. It was good for my agoraphobia because of acupuncture, I developed agoraphobia.
Which, just for people listening, what's that?
This is being scared of open spaces and public transport. So, weirdly, I was watching football and I realized how those football players can be in a pitch surrounded by so many people. I'm like, I used to play football and now why am I having these thoughts? And this is agoraphobia.
Wow.
It's gone now. But it's a CBT therapy, 8 months. I was just talking. And I think the more you understand how your brain works and why you're feeling this way, you're getting some power back because you already know why it's happening. You know that medically you're fine. So you just need to, you need to fix I guess, your brain, subconscious. And then when hypnotherapy started. So I started reading about hypnotherapy. I did online course of auto hypnotherapy, so I could go myself, but it has to be guided. So it has to be.
We're talking self-hypnosis, right? At this point,
Yes.
Yeah.
But then you need to know how to link the dots and everything. But then I went to this lady and we did hypnotherapy. So, for example, my biggest symptoms for a full year: you wake up, your cortisol shoots, you feel good. After 10 seconds, you're anxious. My symptom was my legs were getting very tight and shaky. I didn't know why. Like consciously, I know I'm okay. Why this happening? And so I went to her. We did first session or 2 sessions, like talking and then hypnotherapy. And after this hypnotherapy, this was gone. After 1 year of having this nearly every day, I'm like, bloody hell. I was still anxious, but these symptoms disappeared. And I was afraid that it's going to come back. But it didn't. So maybe over last year, and I started my hypnotherapy exactly a year ago. Well, November 2024. And it only happened maybe 3 times in last year. But then you just, it's going to go away soon. 10 minutes later, it's gone. But it's an amazing tool. It's an amazing tool, hypnotherapy. And you can treat all the childhood trauma. Like probably you could treat the Halloween thing.
Yeah.
And the but interesting thing is when I was doing this course of self-hypnotherapy, the guy said, and it's amazing, why people procrastinate. So very often, it's a very small thing. We always think, oh, this thing happened to me. I don't know. I got hit by a car, so that's why I got trauma. Sometimes very often it's very little thing we don't even remember. So he said, let's say you are a kid in a school and you had some task to do or homework and you spent 1 week working hard on it and the teacher says, it's not good enough. You got, let's say in England is what, B would be the mark is really bad.
Yeah.
And then the subconscious recorded. And later in life, you got a project to do at work and you just leaving on the last minute because you don't know why, but your subconscious remember when you were a kid and the teacher said this is not good enough and you spent 1 week working on something and then we don't even know why we're procrastinating, but it could be something like this.
Yeah.
It's very interesting how...
It is interesting. You raised about hypnotherapy and obviously self-hypnosis. Similar, obviously hypnotherapy is guided. So you have someone actually, an expert, guiding you through the process.
Yeah.
Like self-hypnosis, I remember when I was in school, I lacked confidence massively. And I actually bought my first ever book, actually my second, because my first one was the SAS. The second book I ever bought was Paul McKenna's Instant Confidence. And it was a self-hypnosis guided book with a CD. And I remember being in my room at 15 years old, this is what I used to do for fun. It's weird. I used to be a bit of a coder. I used to spend a lot of time coding games and stuff. And I would just hypnotize myself or self-hypnotize myself with this CD. And then I had a group project 2 months later in school and I got an A* in the group project. It was the most random thing ever. I just
amazing,
came out with like the most crazy confidence that I've never had before that.
This is amazing. And
then
that
after
was
that,
what, 15 years ago?
Thank you, mate. 19 years ago now.
19 years ago. And imagine that time, 19 years ago, who was talking about hypnotherapy?
No one. It was woo-woo, wasn't it? It was all woo-woo. Still people see it in that regard, but like...
That's why I was scared of even starting one, because what if I get any dark side of something?
Well,
Satan comes to smite you, yeah.
No, but you can get so sucked into this world. Like, for example, the self-development world, for example, spent so long of my early 20s getting sucked into it, trying to improve every little thing about me, that I realized that I fucking hated myself. I always thought there was something wrong with me until I just gave it all up and I didn't throw away myself. You can see them up there. But
You see it's an array of like 20 books up there.
yeah, but I stopped reading them for like 2 solid years. My life got so much better.
That's what it's a proof of, just having a balance.
There is a balance
of everything.
You don't want to trick yourself into get caught in the world of like this kind of like this. It's like a bubble. You're in a bubble of like trying to hypnotize yourself and self-develop yourself into being better. You're only reinforcing the fact that there's something broken with you and wrong with you. And there was one book that changed all of that, which is ironic because I said don't read any self-development books. But it's called letting go, and it's the scale from shame at the bottom, or apathy, which is the lowest power state you can possibly have, all the way to enlightenment, peace, bliss, whatever you want to say. There's like a scale of emotions you can go up. And the idea of the book is that you have to lean into what it is that you feel at the moment. So if it's anxiety, then it is what it is. Lean into it and allow your body to feel it fully, and don't. So then you let it lose the power. Like if you try and resist it, it will. If
you're fighting it, it's getting worse.
Yeah, and this book changed everything. Like 3 months of absolute depression, but then everything just changed. This was lockdown, by the way. Yeah.
Also not that long ago.
Yeah, because lockdown was a weird time for all of us.
Time to sort those things out.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah. And so enjoying that first kind of 6 month period where it was dark and depressing, that was when I read that book, and it changed a lot. Like,
with anxiety, even people say, or therapists say, accept it. But then you think, how? But you get to the point. It's the same thing, like what you said. Just
do you know what emotion though, or what state that takes you from a negative, powerless state into a more powerful state? There's one emotion that makes the change possible.
What would it be?
It's courage.
Oh yeah.
When you hit courage, you start to move into a positive, powered state. And courage, like fear, I can't remember actually what's below it, but I think it was fear. But once you reach courage, it's obviously not without the absence of fear. Fear's still there, but it's the courage to do something about it, and you start to raise yourself up to a far more powerful state.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But you need the time to get to this stage.
Letting Go. Read it. That's the book.
Letting Go is a good book. Oh, there's another one called Feel the Fear and Do It Anyway. That's a good book as well. That's a really good book. Have you read that one?
Not this one, but my wife, she read Let Them Be.
Oh,
it's another one.
Yeah, I think it's another one. Is that similar to the one that you read?
What's that?
It's similar. Is it similar author to yours? I can't remember. I know I have heard.
Is it got like a diagonal across the front, and one side's coloured, one side's white?
I don't know.
Okay, because there's an author that does all the books like that.
But I think it's fascinating when look, self-development is important. I do think it's valuable, personally. But I'm still in my self-development era. So, I'm here for it. Plus,
Not always develop.
Plus, I know. Plus, I want to write a book on self-development, so I'm not cutting that one away. But no, I think it's important you delve into that side of things. And it always comes back to, like, self. You do have to be selfish. Like, selfish is important. Like, you have to spend time on yourself, take time for yourself. And again, like, going back to the PT conversation, we work a lot with our clients, giving all of our attention, our energy to that one person and that one session. We're very unselfish as people. Most PTs are very unselfish unless they're a shit PT. And it's kind of having that attitude throughout life that you go in being quite unselfish and helpful. And I do think it's been a bit soured recently, though. Like, I think the reputation of PTs and coaches have been a bit soured recently. I think with the emergence of the whole sales structure that came onto social media. Like, everyone who gets a message from a PT, whether they're trying to help or not, now just thinks they're going to get sold to. And people don't trust us as much now. I think people just think, they're going to sell us a program.
Every time you probably contact someone, that's going to be a sell.
Is that just...
I think it's general, though. I do think it's not just PTs, but I feel like because we're in the industry,
we have that with business coaches as well. Yeah. Like, I don't want to open my DMs to any of them.
No. Yeah. Hey, do you do PT?
So many messages.
Let me help you. It's like, thanks, mate.
Oh, thanks for your 50 followers that you have, and you're telling me my content shit.
I can send you a reel that's going to blow up your Instagram. You've got 20 followers, mate.
Yes. But you can find that everywhere.
10 likes on your post.
Anyway, coming back to the kind of conversation we were having, obviously, Marcin, you managed to transverse your anxiety. You managed to build on it, develop it a little bit more. What kind of changes have you made day in, day out for yourself now to just keep that anxiety under wraps?
So it's, every now and then I still got anxiety, but like everyone. I think it's just, the main thing would be working on my business. Because I think I'm sure before, like I said, it was this hope marketing. You didn't have a structure, you just help people, training them. But when lockdown hits, you're thinking, what if this happened again in the future? What do I do? So I think once you start sorting out your business, having more steady income, stable business, it's already setting your anxiety in a good place. But again, going on holiday, you try to relax. Like, work is important, but it's not everything. So it's a very tricky question, actually. It's not tricky, but meditation, breathing, so important. So I take time every day. Well, not every day, as a plan, but just to sit down for 5 minutes and just breathe. Hypnosis, I try to do, like, I got a recorded one for just to relax. So every 2-3 weeks, just half an hour, just sit and listen. It helps. But I think being more in control helps you a lot, because you're working on your business. It still comes back to business. When you know that you got more control and you're building some extra income, it's getting your anxiety slightly down. Because I think at the end of the day, everything comes to money nowadays. People say, oh, money is not everything, but bloody it is.
You showed me that, didn't you? I think we had a conversation when I was struggling. Do you know when I was saying, and you kind of recognize that the time when I get stressed with business is when my income hits its like ground level, because that's where I have no control. And I think you showed me a pyramid once.
No, Maslow's hierarchy of needs.
That's the one. Yeah. That's
like
the one.
this is like Maslow's hierarchy of needs is nothing like new. It's an old concept that, like, I studied psychology in college. So I don't know if you guys had the same experience, but they showed us Maslow's hierarchy of needs. Basically, at the bottom of that pyramid, we have our survival needs, like food, air, water, etc. You know, basics.
Yeah.
That's not actually the problem. The next step is our security, and that is things like
this is the word, security.
Yeah, and that actually comes before love and belonging.
Really?
So your social, even though social life is very important, and like I would argue that most things we do is for other people or because of other people. Without financial stability, you can't even get to that place. And that's what this Maslow's hierarchy of needs was trying to demonstrate. But it is like that.
So yeah, I think coming back to security, this is it. Yeah, if you feel more secure, you're less anxious.
Yeah.
It's difficult to get out of that state. You just, it's one thing that Alex Hormozy said, you just need an undeniable stack of proof that you're good at what you're doing. And unfortunately, a lot of the time, that's money in bank account. If you've got your money in your bank account, then that makes you feel good about what you're doing. And it is such a, a frustrating thing to put down, because you'd love to sit there and say that, it's down to how much I love people, how kind I am to people, how caring I am. But if you have $6,000 in your bank account versus nothing, you're going to feel way better having $6,000 in your bank account, which sounds stupid.
Massively, yeah.
But like, it's that level of security that you need to then build it upon. So
I mean, that's actually a really good point though. Like, if anyone is watching and they are anxious and they're not sure and they want just an idea, like that pyramid is a good way to look. Yeah. Because you could tick it off and go, right, do I have shelter? Yeah. Do I have food? Yes. Maybe my food's shit though. So maybe there's a bit of a grey area around the food. That could be the first thing you got to work from the bottom up. So like, if your financial stability is good, but your relationships are shit, then let's work on that area. But always start at the bottom. So if food's bad, like if you're eating a lot of takeaways and not looking after your health, that needs to be addressed first, and then work your way up.
Isn't it interesting how that's down the bottom though? It's one of the priorities, but people don't take it as a priority.
It's because health is wealth.
Yeah, health is wealth.
So like, what's the first person? Like, okay, I don't know for certain, but like, if you go to a hospital and someone's on a deathbed, what's their one thinking?
What's their
healthy,
one thought?
I want to be up. I want to move.
The thing is, again,
priorities change.
It is.
Straight away.
The thing is, the well man will never see the crown. The crown. I'm going to hit this one again. But the health is a crown worn by the healthy, but only ever seen by the ill. Like, you don't see health until you have something happen to you.
Yes.
And I've said this on so many podcasts, but I will continue to regurgitate it till it goes in your brains. It's just fascinating because, again, as you said, you talk to someone on their deathbed. That is the crucial part of everyone's life. Yeah. And it's such a small segment that you can control. Yeah. You don't even need money. I've seen some really healthy homeless people. I'm not going to lie.
Healthy?
Some healthy, quote unquote, homeless people, who actually move about quite a lot. They're not, obviously they can't afford food, but they still do their best to look after themselves.
Yeah. Maybe. Yeah.
To a degree of, you know what I mean? To a degree of like, they don't take things for granted. Anyway.
Because there's deep health, right? And deep health is more than just physical. It's mental, it's emotional, it's existential, it's relational.
I think we're taking too many things for granted.
Yeah.
And that's the thing. So like, we should look after our health. Yeah. As a basic thing. That's what made me realize after getting out of this thing. Just look after yourself, family. And
it must be. Look, I'm not a dad. Dan's not a dad, from what I know. Yeah,
what I know of.
And I'm pretty sure you're a dad, Marcin. But from my dad's perspective, though, like, because is there not like an existential or a purpose like behind being a dad, looking after the kid, that might have led to this anxiety?
Yes. Yeah, it's definitely this. Because let's say if I'm with Dorota on our own and we got, let's say, financial trouble, we're going to sort it out. But once you've got kids, it's a different thinking. And I'm sure this is what led me to more anxiety, because I was thinking I need to provide for them. But also there was a drive to get out of it. So it was a big drive, because I said, I can't go on, first pay bills. If you go on holiday and you're anxious, you don't really enjoy holidays. You're there, but you're not there. So I just wanted to enjoy holidays again and just being around, just walk, and this was the main drive for me to just do something about this.
It is tough. Again, I haven't experienced that side of things just yet. But hopefully it's something to come. Should we grab the wheel?
You went to Thailand, didn't you?
Oh, no, I went to India.
Yes.
No, not quite Thailand. Close, though. Yeah, I went to India. Anyway, I'm going to grab the wheel. What we're going to do today is called This or That Forever. So, on the things that are on the board, you have a choice of 2 things, and you can only have that thing forever. The other is eliminated from your life. You cannot have it again. It does not exist.
Ooh.
Okay, so some of them are fitness, some of them aren't fitness. My handwriting's like a 4-year-old's. I do apologise for anyone viewing. But Marcin, since you're the guest, you're going to spin, and then we'll go each of us one at a time, and we'll all answer.
So we choose 2 things.
No, just spin it. So if you land on, for example, coffee and alcohol, you say what you would have forever and then what you give up.
Oh, right.
And then a kind of like
there
wine.
are 2 things in each.
You put coffee and alcohol together.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Tough one, isn't it? Oh. Squats or deadlifts? You have to take one and lose one.
I'm taking squats.
Forever.
Yeah.
Why?
Because you can do different type of squats. You've got more variety of squats.
In theory, yeah. But I'm going to do deadlifts because I can do sumo deadlifts and that will have some...
Oh, you could, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think I'd go with squats. I think there's more... But you can still do like single leg stuff with deadlift. But I personally like squats more than deadlifts. Just a personal preference.
Yeah.
Connor?
Me too. Maybe because in the past I was making a little bit of mistakes with squats and I had the back pain. So squats were always better for me.
Yeah, I've been there.
Swim or cycle? I would get rid of cycling.
Forever.
I fucking hate cycling. after that brutal
that's no surprise.
experience last year, I'm fucking dying of cycling, man.
Get a bike fit for that though.
Yeah. Yeah, I got a bike fit and everything, but no one was prepared me for food poisoning a week before it.
That does give you PTSD at that point in time.
Yeah.
What would you lose? Swim or cycle? What, this or that?
See, I don't do any of it, but
Easy answer, isn't it?
swim or cycle.
That means you can't swim in the sea, by the way.
Can I?
You can't. If you
Just
get rid of
swimming,
swimming, you can't swim
You're
in the sea.
never allowed on a
Oh, yeah.
Well, you are. But
Okay,
you can't go in the sea.
Cycle.
Yeah.
I keep swimming.
Okay.
Yeah.
A mode of transport for me to get to work is cycling. I can't swim to work, can I? I could try.
You could try.
I could try down like the solo, but it's not going to happen.
Yeah.
No, I'd probably do the same. I'd get rid of cycling. I think swimming's more like you can relax by swimming. You know, I think cycling, I can just scoot.
You can get
Something
hit
like
by
that.
car. You can get beat, or eaten by shark.
I could do. Podcasts or books forever?
remove podcast. Sorry, it's your turn, isn't it? Go for it.
He went straight
I
away.
would get, so difficult. I would get rid of podcasts just because I think there's so much versatility with a book still. And I think reading visually has more of an impression on me in terms of learning. I learn more by reading and note taking than I do a podcast.
Yeah.
Personally.
Yeah.
What would you go for?
Well, as I don't do podcasts, I keep books.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean podcasts are great, but like
Especially this one.
yeah, of course they're not as specialized like a book is. Like a book's written on a purpose. It's like condensed information into like a one
Yeah.
book. But with a podcast, it's like a very sliver of someone's life, or like just in that moment,
in an hour.
again and again and again. I don't know, and also it's distracting. Like I like to fucking walk about and not listen to podcasts. Podcasts are boring. Except for this one. Except for this one.
Apart from something.
Except for this one.
We're excited. This is why we've got a wheel.
I'm joking. I like podcasts. Shut up.
Do you want to spin again, Marcin?
Yeah, let's go.
We'll do one more each.
I was gonna cut my face one day. I can do that.
And then you
you-
go bankrupt.
Kettlebells or dumbbells?
Oh, man. I keep kettlebells.
Kettlebell, of course.
Of course.
I was about to say.
Why do they call them dumbbells?
I actually don't know.
Because they don't bell.
They don't. They don't
They
bell.
don't bell.
They
They
don't.
don't bell, actually.
They don't bell.
They're the rubber
They're
thing.
dumbbells.
They're dumbbells.
They're not smart bells.
What would you keep?
It's smart bell.
Oh, I'll keep.
Why is a kettlebell then? Does it boil the water?
No, it's probably because it's like
It's
a
got
kettle. Yeah, like kettlebell that used to be.
Kettlebell is probably more versatile, I think. If it was lockdown, what would I choose between the two? I'd get a kettlebell.
I'd get a kettlebell too.
I actually went through the whole lockdown with 3 kettlebells.
I wish I had kettlebells.
Yeah.
It would have saved me so much
Weighted
time.
vest.
Yeah, weighted vest. But they were
Game
so
changer.
expensive. It was like 60 quid for a pair of dumbbells back in lockdown.
Yeah, the weighted vest cost 140 quid, the one I got. It's lasted me like 10 years. No, it's not. 5 years.
£14 a year.
I got one kettlebell, 32 kilograms for 120 before lockdown.
That's not bad, actually, though.
I think it's for a kilogram.
32, yeah,
But only one.
Yeah. Right, go on then. Coffee or alcohol? You've done nice. Good spin.
I will go for getting rid of coffee.
I keep coffee.
Yeah, I'm getting rid of alcohol. I'm getting rid of alcohol.
Alcohol, baby.
Yeah, I get rid of alcohol. I just don't drink that often. I prefer.
Yeah. Only because I've done 30 days without caffeine and I actually can see life is better without it.
But I can see life better without alcohol. So it's like a flip.
Don't know about
I
that.
can see both sides.
Don't know about that, boys.
Right, let me do one
about that.
and then we will round off. Push it one more. Shorts or trousers? Shorts or trousers forever. So that means you have to wear, but you have to wear shorts in the winter, even when it's Baltic.
Shorts.
Okay, fair enough.
I'd wear trousers because I can hide my legs
Okay, what
in
if,
summer.
I do.
what if you go...
Shorts. No, because I realised I want to go on holiday.
Exactly.
Yeah, you have to wear trousers all the time on holiday. Even on the beach, you have to.
Okay, when I was in Marine Reserve training, I fucking used to wear shorts in winter.
Yeah,
in
so
uni,
shorts then.
every single day.
Good, man.
Yeah,
I was just like, yeah, whatever. I tried building the resilience.
you just got to toughen up. That's all it is. You just got to toughen up.
Got
to
to
it.
man up.
Cool. Right. Well, thank you guys for watching. Now, Marcin, we plug our guests and you can tell them about your services as well. So this camera down the middle is yours. Where can people find more about yourself and your information?
I was not prepared for it. By my services.
Yeah, about your services.
Who are you?
So I am personal trainer. I do coaching. Find me in a gym, unit, training. I do online training, one-to-one training, kettlebell training, you name it.
Good. Lovely stuff. Thank you guys for watching. We appreciate you. Like, follow, subscribe, send your mum, your dad, your dog, and we'll catch you later. Bye.
Oh, I like that.